Now, here's the truth about the broken healer, the wounded healer, the Chiron, all these things that I'm sure as healers you have heard or experienced or thought about. And really, the wounded healer comes from the wounded family, which, if you're a wounded healer, that means you had a wounded family. And it goes more into the psychological, but also the sociological points. And that's why when I was doing my undergrad studies, I wanted to focus on not only psychology, but sociology, because there's the unique human psyche, but then there's the grander aspects that you're born into that shape the human psyche. And then when we go really deep into it, it's generational, it's something that you've inherited, and now it's a gift that you have to change, transform, and empower. So I want us to get out of these old paradigms, this old language, this old way of looking at what is a healer and why are so many healers broken, wounded, described as wounded healers. Because that's not correct. You can't be wounded and a healer. You can go through experiences that wound you, but you cannot be a wounded healer. And this is why. Because when you describe yourself as a wounded healer, or when you identify with that part of self or the wounds that you experienced from your wounded family, you are just perpetuating generational wounds, generational trauma, ancestral garbage. You have to start now putting words like empowered healer. Empowered healer means that you've went through many steps, many things, many atrocities perhaps, but you are not wounded. You have used that to become empowered. So now let's start with that place. What is an empowered healer? It's someone who transforms their pain and suffering, gives it to the spirit world, does the physical healing part, and then comes out ready to serve humanity. We talk a lot about spiritual awakening and this, and that, and then you just stay stuck. And people talk about, oh, I have ascension healing. No, you don't. You have trauma. You have wounds. You have things that you are just perpetuating inside of your being that are keeping you stuck in the woundedness. And that is not going to change you. It's not going to change your children. It's not going to change your family structure, your community, the world. It's not going to change anything. It's just going to keep you stuck in a victim mentality. And at this time in human history, you have to step out of that, because the people who are stuck in that cycle of, what the Buddhists called samsara, or suffering, that's not power. That's defeatism. That's sadness. That's depression. That's anxiety. That is all the stuff that your ancestors carried. But you don't have to carry that, because the problem is most people carry it and just keep carrying it over, and then nothing changes within the lineage. And if you're listening to this message and you're able to absorb and hear it and really take it in, you begin the process, you begin the journey to change generational trauma to generational empowerment. You speak to yourself, your children, your parents, your loved ones in a different way. You start to embody the goddess, the real goddess within you, the power that your ancestors had but couldn't express. That's what an empowered healer is. It's not wounded. It's not broken. It's not fixable. Because the truth of the matter is, I've been working with healers for over 25 years, and no wounded healer has ever been successful. Just take that in. I've talked to thousands and thousands of people during my journey of this. And one thing I realized is, the wounded healer just stays wounded. And then it wonders why every time it tries, it fails. It wonders why every time they go to that healing seminar, that session, that whatever, it's always a Band-Aid. It's not a fix. It's never going to be a fix until you change that mindset, until you change your heart, until you embody and do the work, the practices to get out of that mindset. And some of the, symptoms, let's say, of that mindset is lack. It's imposter syndrome. It's the inability to speak your heart. It's the inability to move beyond the realms that you were born into. See, moving beyond a realm, that takes time, energy, work, investment, commitment. Because the realm you were born in is all you know. It's all you know. And it's all you were told you were. But in this time of a new beginning, this is the time to change wounded healer to empowered healer, to bring back the ancient within you that you know is there. It's there. It's a seed. It's been there. It's just covered by all this film and dust and anxiety, depression, sadness, sorrow, and the inability to level up, rise up. And the rising up part is to know you are not wounded, you are not broken, you are not fixable, because you weren't broken to begin with. Now, let's focus on empowerment. How do I take this seed and birth it so that I may use my gifts, my services, my skills, my talent to inspire and empower others, and to use your experiences, your stories, your beingness to help others, to empower them. Because wounded, broken, sad, defeat, leaning on somebody, codependency, all that has to go. All that has to go. You can't call your goddess self in when you're in your stuff. Okay. And the problem with modern day healing and what's out there is it just keeps you stuck in this pattern of garbage. Oh, I need to go to the next healing event. Oh, I need to see another reader. Oh, no, stop it. Years ago, I was working with a lady in ceremony, and she just came back from some retreat, and she had this epiphany in the middle of the ceremony, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm a spiritual junkie. I just keep going from one event to the next, and I'm going nowhere. I'm losing all my money. I'm spending all my time. I'm not attracting the people I want to be around. And I'm feeling stuck or more lonely, even though I've invested all this time, money, energy to be with people, but they're not my people because they're perpetuating stories of trauma. They're perpetuating victimhood, blaming, shaming. They're perpetuating woundedness. You're not the wounded healer. You are the empowered healer. And as you go about your day, your week, your month, your year, that's what I want you to focus on. I am empowered. I am the empowered healer. I have gifts that are ready to be shared. I am ready to invest the time, money, energy into my becoming so that I don't feel like the imposter. I don't feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't feel like I'm unworthy of the great things I know my spirit is capable of. That's what we got to focus on in the healing world. Not the brokenness, not the trauma, not the this, not the that. We have to address those things, yes. But we have to move beyond them at some point. You can't just stay stuck in, oh, well, I'm not done healing. Oh, well, I'm not done healing. Oh, well, no. No, 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 no. Because healing is action. Healing is courage. Healing is strength. It's the ability to move beyond your current realm of thinking, feeling, and expressing into a new realm of higher consciousness, higher beingness, higher service, higher love, and everything you really truly want. And stop being stuck in the, I don't want to invest in myself. I'm not worthy of investing. That's too much money. Who am I to shine? Blah, blah, blah. I've heard this over and over and over and over again. And quite frankly, it's an old story. And nobody's going to tell you this because you know why? They're making a lot of money off of you being broke. Just think about it. Look at our world right now. How many people are making billions and billions and billions of dollars off of people being unhealthy, uneducated, unaware, low conscious, totally slaving away at jobs they hate because somebody served them a lie. And that lie is generations back. But you, as the empowered healer, came to change that story. You came to rise above. You came to be like that eagle flying in the sky, rising above challenges, not flying in the storm, but rising above the storm into a new realm where you understand that you have power from the spirit realms. You have power from ancient times. You have power from your bones. You have power from those who came from atrocities, from genocides, from unimaginable things. And on the opposite end of it, maybe your ancestors did horrible things, and you know that. And maybe your family benefited from those horrible things, and you know that too. But you don't have to live with the guilt and shame of that. You rise above that, empower your spirit, and make the amends, make the progress, give back. That's empowerment. That's healing. That's the truth. That's the truth. Stop living the lie of the wounded healer. And if you're truly ready, truly, truly in your heart, you're ready to move beyond that, and you want to invest your time, money, energy, then I invite you to join me and to book your one-on-one session and to fly like that eagle into the next dimension. Because for me, I don't work with the broken. Been there, done that. In 2025 and beyond, that's getting us nowhere. Something radically has to change within our healing spaces. Something radically has to change for us as women to move into this sacred destiny, into the empowered feminine, into the empowered goddess, into the next 7 generations. If we stay broken, traumatized, this, and that, and just keep perpetuating this old myth, we go nowhere. And as you see, the world is moving fast. We have to move fast with that. The new healing modalities have to be birthed. The new communities of empowered healers have to come together. And you who are listening to this, you're part of that. You're part of it, but you're stuck in your mess. So we got to get you out of your mess into the next chapter. And that is going to require time, money, energy, because those are the energies and vibrations that will move you out of stuck, out of lack, out of poverty, out of sadness, out of anxiety, out of whatever you're going through. Really permeate that, really sit with that, really percolate, and know that all the tools are available. You just have to trust. So there's your empowered message. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, the empowered healer, and beginning this journey of becoming and restoring and coming back home to your sacredness. Until we meet again, many blessings.